So cool. It's getting cold.
Can you tie your shoe in a minute?
And that formation, instead of a drip or a flow stone, those ones are formed so like when you squeeze a sponge and that water runs down your elbow and it's super annoying, that's how those ones are formed. So
that's a really good explanation.
It is, right? And you can totally... So the rainbow lights in the cave signify that that area of the cave goes 50 feet to a mile back that direction. Wherever you see one of those lights, it goes back very, very far. All right, so everybody get a picture? Cool. All right, so watch your head.
Whoa.
We are actually underneath 35 right now. So Highway 35, we're directly below. The other cool things about this room, how we discovered the cave was that they were building 35, they had to do core samples. They had to drill down and check the ground to make sure that the weight of the highway could actually be built in the area. And what happened was they lost 8 of their drill bits. Below our feet, about 200 feet, there's an aquifer called the Edwards Aquifer, and everyone from Georgetown to San Antonio drinks from that aquifer. But in 1997, there wasn't as many.
So I take it you don't want to go to another one in another area?
I'm looking at small.
This is, yeah, me too.
There's also what we call the balcony formation. There are many ways you can learn it. See the last ones? Oh, okay.
Some of us are older than you. They crooked.
I don't mind waiting.
Oh, look at that, here, I'm zooming in, look at that.
That, and I walk this on the water.
How many times have you fallen?
Fallen? I've never fell. No, I've never fallen.
Knock on wood, bro.
Hold on there.
Nah.
That's all I got. It's really not that deep actually for a cave. Longhorn Caverns goes about 160 feet. So right now we're only 70 feet underground. This room is actually a wedding ceremony room.
Oh.
So the rim pool up front right here is about 1.5 feet deep. The one in the back is about 4.5 to 5 feet depending on the water level.
So I have to ask, when y'all do the $100 tour, where is that?
Yes or no? That's it. There's no.
All right.
Well, cave goes down. And then it exits way over there. It takes like 45 minutes. Yeah.
Pretty.
That guy with the teeth back on. You thought he was gonna find it. You would have made fun of you the rest. That's because you gotta walk on that carpet, man. Huh? Wow! What? I was the only one walking on it. Wow.
See the level, so the ceiling actually came all the way up to the top right here. You can see all the chisel marks, some where they placed some small pieces of dynamite.
Oh, yeah.
On our shelf there. I love this little spot. You can see all of the calcite buildup
Oh,
here.
wow.
Cool. So this is one of my favorite formations. So have you guys ever put like sugar into a glass of water?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and you put so much in that then you start getting crystals on the bottom?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so the same thing has happened right here with the calcite. So this rim pool eventually was actually full at one time, and it was so calcite rich that the calcite settled on the bottom and put crystals on the bottom. So all of these are little teeny calcite crystals. Cool. And it's called dogtooth spar. It's really cool. It's one of my favorites. There's more actually over here on this side. Very cool. And there was a rim pool there.
That's cool.
Right? Some of the polyflocks, you can see on the rim pool right here. Let's watch out for the puddle there. Water? Yeah. Okay. Just for grins, I can show you guys again.
Yes.
Alright?
So weird. Yeah, like, sucks in.
Yep. 3, 2, 1. Isn't that crazy?
Thirsty rock.
And I had to break a piece of that, but you can see all of the growth rates.
Oh, wow.
That's cool.
Of like a tree.
Wow. It's
It's
like,
also said that they can kind of gauge what the weather was like because of the growth of the cave.
it's like a big spiral.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Looks like a Geo, but
Awesome.
way different.
Yeah.
In a few hundred years, that's gonna be all the way down there.
Mm-hmm.
Few thousand.
Yep. Alright, so if you guys come along, just watch your heads.
Oh, look at that.
Meat rock.
So here we have our cave alligator.
Oh,
Oh, cool.
I love
it
it.
does look like it.
He's also guarding his giant chocolate chip cave cookie.
Oh, wow. Look at that.
Oh, wow. What is that? Is that like mud or something?
Yeah, there's little mud deposits on the ceiling. Mm.
That's cool.
So this is a piece of flint. So on this side you can see the darkness. Right here. So this room's called the round room because you can look around. Okay. So on the tours, you guys remember them talking about the breakdown in the cave?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So in this room, which side of this room do you think fell first? Side with it and deposited it with the calcite, giving us this darker calcite. Nowadays we have a lot less topsoil up there, so the water hits almost straight rock and brings out almost pure calcite and deposits that in the walls of the cave now. So that's why this is white and cream colored versus that darker brown color. Here we saw also some great helictites sticking out over here.
Yeah.
Along with a very clear soda straw right next to it.
Oh,
Really, really cool.
It's got like fingers sticking out.
Yeah, or like little wings or something. Yeah. So in here we can also experience some more total darkness. Are you guys okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay. Green Up is one of my favorite rim pools, so I'll point that out too. And after that, it comes our narrows passageway on this tour. So just make sure you watch your head and watch your step. So right here, this little rim pool is my favorite. You can see the dog food bar is actually growing up and out of the rim.
yeah, right there.
That is so cool.
That's neat.
Yeah, and this flowstone is just the coolest thing. I just love it.
That's so pretty.
Yeah, it's cool.
Watch your step.
As you come down here though, if you watch your head, but you can check out this little cave within a cave.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look.
Cool, right?
No, so you can see all the crystals.
Some more really good dog food bar back here.
That's kind of cool. I think that is.
Gotta watch my step.
Oh, look at that. It's going to be attached. Oh, what is that?
It's a flint shell. You guys see the cave within a cave?
Wow.
Yeah.
It's just like Minecraft.
Right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
We're in Minecraft, but you got that flash.
Wow.
You can't touch it.
Yeah. So back here, you might see a little orange tape. That's the other side of Rebirth. That's the other wild cave crawl. So you pop out right here instead of going out that little bit detour that we took. So this is called Lobbax Canyon.
Check it.
And it's a 45-foot canyon from the ceiling to the very floor. It's 20 feet from the ceiling to where we are, and another 25 from the bottom of the bridge to the floor of the canyon. No, not at all.
Oh, that's not what that.
Wild cavers will pop out either on this side or this side, depending on how challenging they feel at the time. Cool. Looks like this actually fell at one point. You can see this flint shelf right here was probably in line with this one on this side.
Probably cracked.
So come up here, just watch your step up these stairs. When we have a drip coming from the ceiling. But you see this? You see these chisel marks? So this wasn't actually the true drone. The true drone was here. So that's not the inside. So there might have been a formation that was right here, but when it was pathing, they destroyed it. So now the water's dripping there, and we'll eventually make another stalagmite right there. Ooh, cool, right?
Would say other people that come here, they're going to have to chop it down because
Here or over there. That's a UT geology experiment, and we'll see several from the pathway today. So they actually still come down and do tests in the cave. There's another rim pool back there, that's super cool.
oh, I can see the water.
over here we have another wild cave area. This is called the Skull Room. And as you know, they found fossils of the Ice Age animals in the sinkholes. Well, we're coming up on a sinkhole now, and this actually used to be the end of it down here. And they found a lot of peccary bones down there. So that's one of the places where they all would have fallen in together.
So that's why you might break or something.
The three separate flow stones, but over time have grown together, and we can kind of distinguish the three different ones. Eventually, they'll grow completely together and be one flow stone, and we won't be able to tell them apart. But we won't be around for that. It's going to take a long time. You guys hear what the nickname was that we gave those guys? Yeah, I've heard chicken nuggets. They look moldy.
They're moldy chicken.
It's all good. It won't break. Alright, so the most common question I get is all the cave mapped? The answer is no. So if they wanted to do more mapping, they could right through here. There could be more cave developing beneath us that we don't even know about. I know we got one over here.
Almost looks like another day.
So this room is called the Squid Room. It's actually named for the stalactite right there, but it's a squid. It used to be attached to the ceiling at one point, but it has been like this for a very long time because it's had enough time to grow all of these formations on top. It's pretty insane. Do you guys think you know which way to go next? See all this black darker stuff? This is all that oil. It's all the back. If you go down these steps, just watch your step. The fourth one from the bottom also angles up, so just be aware of that. That's the weird one. Watch your heads at the bottom. Hey, Star Wars fans, you've got Darth Vader's Death Star here. Kind of fun. And you have Serpent's Falls back there behind it. Gorgeous. Yeah, it does look like salt. Then over here we have another wild cave area. This is Dragon's Mouth, and it leads back to Belly of the Beast. We'll also see another entrance point to that here from that. And here there is a little hole, so just watch your step right there. So this room's called K-Town. I'm not sure why they call it that, maybe just because it's spelled K, there's a lot of cool formations in here. But back here is another wild cave area, it's called the mud room, and when we start to get water. That's just what I call it, I don't know what it's actually.
I mean,
So sparkly. Looks like silver, right? So pretty.
So back here we have the other part that leads back to Belly of the Beast. We've also got our imaginary vertebrae right here. It's kind of cool. His tail would have extended back this way, our dragon. So this actually was the crawl space for this area before they put this headspace in for us. So yeah, that's what we would have to crawl through if we didn't have that.
Oh, look back there. Oh, it's like shells.
What?
Look at a certain angle, it looks like shells.
Yeah, some